This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for June 2, 2023. And in the news this evening, Manchester man charged after allegedly breaking into home and raping woman. A Manchester man has been charged with a burglary and rape after he and an accomplice broke into a woman's house in Balvenie district in the parish on Monday, May 8. Charged is 25-year-old Matthew Smith, otherwise called the CJ, of Kingsland District, Manchester. Reports from the Mandeville police are that the complainant and her children were at home when they were awakened by a sound coming from inside the house. Checks were made and Smith and another man were seen in the house. Smith then reportedly raped the complainant, while the other suspect ransacked the house and stole $20,000 and 2 cellular phones with an estimated value of $40,000. A report was made to the police and Smith was apprehended on Thursday, June 1. The police are appealing to anyone with information that can assist in the investigation to locate the other accomplice to contact them at 876-962-2832, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Body of man found in tank in St. Anne. The body of a man who is said to be of unsound mind was today found in a water tank in St. Anne. He has been identified as 64-year-old Paul Clark of Happy News District in Alexandra in the parish. The police report that about 7 o'clock this morning, residents detected a full odor near the tank and went to investigate. During checks, Clark's submerged body was seen inside the catchment. Clark was reportedly last seen on Monday, May 29. The police were called and the body was retrieved and taken to a funeral home for an autopsy to be conducted. It was not revealed if a missing person report was filed. The incident is being investigated by the police. 42-year-old Portmore man charged with alleged rape and abduction of teen girl. A 42-year-old Portmore St. Catherine man has been charged for the alleged rape, buggery, and abduction of a 15-year-old girl. Ramon Bennett, otherwise called the Screw, who lives in the community of Portsmouth in the municipality, was on Thursday charged with rape, sexual intercourse with a person under 16, sexual touching, abduction of a child under 16, and buggery. Reports from the Portmore police are that between November 2021 and December 2022, Bennett was tasked to transport the teen girl to a relative's house. It is being alleged that Bennett parked his vehicle on the compound of a music studio in his community and fondled the complainant. He also allegedly had the sexual intercourse with her on several occasions. A report was made to the police and an investigation was launched. Bennett was subsequently arrested and charged on Thursday. Calabar Principal Albert Korcher resigns. The principal of Calabar High School, Albert Korcher, has resigned from the post. The resignation takes effect on August 31, 2023. An internal memo said the school board has received and accepted the resignation. Korcher has been the principal of the Red Hills Road Institution for more than 10 years. Following from this development, the board has put in place arrangements to ensure the continued sound management of the school as it begins the process of identifying our next principal, the memo stated. The memo also said that Reverend Carl B. Johnson, the board's chairman, has used the occasion to express its appreciation to Korcher for his years of service to the school and wish for him every success in his future endeavors. Football spectator pleads guilty to firearm charges. A man held with an illegal gun after leaving the Costa Cup football match last September pleaded guilty to firearm charges in the Manchester Circuit Court on Tuesday. Tavoy Williams, a 22-year-old graphic designer from Sanguinetti in Clarendon, pleaded guilty before the High Court Judge Grace Henry Mackenzie. He was remanded for sentencing on June 28, 2023. Williams, charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, was held by police after leaving a match at the Alphonsus Davis, formerly Spalding High School. He was among several bike riders seen at the game. He left the venue but was arrested by the police in Spalding. Allegations are that about 5:50 p.m., the police were on patrol in the town when a group of men was seen riding motorcycles without protective helmets. The police went in the direction of the men with a view of accosting them. One man rode into an alley near the traffic light. The police immediately went into the alley and accosted him. A bulge was seen in his midsection, and during a search, a firearm was removed from his waistband. The gun, a 9mm pistol with 3 live rounds, was seized and Williams taken into custody. Police later identified Williams as being among a group of bike riders seen at the match earlier. Labour Ministry monitoring reports from Canada of Jamaican farm workers in subpar conditions. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security said it is closely monitoring reports out of Ontario, Canada, from a cohort of Jamaican farm workers who have indicated that they are operating under subpar conditions. The ministry said the latest reports suggest that farm workers faced with adverse living conditions made the decision to withdraw their services Thursday in protest. The news reported that the workers said they decided to protest after their living quarters were flooded with wastewater. The group also reported that this was just one example of the inhumane conditions under which they are being made to work. The Jamaicans say the farm was not among those visited by the fact-finding team last year. Labour and the Social Security Minister, Pernell Charles Jr., said he has ordered an immediate investigation into the living conditions and work environment of the farm workers at the location. He said liaison officers were directed to visit the location to provide a fulsome report on the conditions of the farm workers. JFG says a call for independent integrity commission, not a contempt for parliament. Watchdog group Jamaicans for Justice has disagreed with Legal and Constitutional Affairs Minister Marlene Malahou Fort that its recommendation for the Integrity Commission to be made into a body that is independent of Parliament amounts to contempt for the legislature. Mrs. Malahou Fort was speaking at Thursday's meeting of the Joint Select Committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act. Director at Jamaicans for Justice Kenyatta Powell has accused the Legal Affairs Minister of playing politics.
I heard the minister talking about contempt of Parliament or contempt of the legislature. I don't know what that means in law. I don't think that's a thing in law. That's just the minister politicking, and it's not a very cogent argument. There are some things that the legislature is fit to do, and there are certain other things that the legislature is not fit to do. And that's what we're having an argument about. It is absurd that the very people who could become subject to investigation and even prosecution by this single anti-corruption body should have oversight of the body. We have seen the heated reactions of some members of this very legislature to findings or reports by the Integrity Commission, and it just seems to me odd that the Integrity Commission should be in a position where its powers can be significantly altered by the legislature by way of just ordinary legislation.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.